all credit to Maryland. Very well coached, very, very talented team. I thought we really hindered ourselves at times, and at times beat ourselves. That to me was frustrating because of our leadership and our experience that we have. It's not the first time we've been in a competitive game like that before. So to make some of those mistakes that we made was really unfortunate. We're going to learn from those and try to move on.
Build up a pretty commanding lead in the third quarter. What do you think went right today?
The exact opposite of what went wrong. We stayed committed to who we are. We focused on doing the little things. We focused on our fundamentals, and we didn't try to do too much. We didn't beat ourselves. We watched the ball into our stick. We ran through ground balls with two hands. We took smart shots, we tried to just keep things really, really simple today, not overcomplicate it. And I thought we did that at the beginning. I really liked the composure of the guys and the demeanor of the guys, in the locker room and at halftime and on the field. I thought they were confident and collected at the same time. And then again, when we were up, I kind of felt like we were almost felt like we shouldn't have been up, maybe or something like that, and that's when we got a little uncomfortable and started to. We just weren't making the same kind of plays that we were making earlier in the game.
Coach, in the second half in particular, you went to that zone defense a lot. What did you see from that zone that at times gave Maryland fits, but then what did you see later in the game there as well?
Yeah, the zone. I thought. The zone was a good call by Coach Richards, and Maryland started to make some adjustments and do things a little bit differently. But I don't regret the decision to play zone whatsoever. I think that had a factor on us being able to slow them down. They got some really dynamic guys, so that made them just play a different style than I think what they're accustomed to. But the zone has been great, for us in the past. We won a conference championship playing that zone, not too long ago, and I thought our guys mostly did a good job at it today. We played a lot of it, but it was fine, and they made some really nice plays, to put the ball in the hoop there in the fourth quarter.
What did you see at the X today? Face-offs were at times an issue for this team last year, but there were some big face-off wins from Hamilton today. What did you see?
Yeah, I thought Andrew was great. All the credit to him and Coach Hogan. Coach Hogan has been working with that group really, really closely, and Andrew is a terrific competitor. To be able to win faceoffs like that is just not something we've been able to do the last couple of years. We scored a goal off the faceoff. And Andrew's he's really disciplined, really hard-working kid. So we love having him out there, and that's always a big boost. And we've been on the other side of that, for sure. Too many times. The last couple of years. But every weekend's going to be a battle. Next weekend, the young man who we're going to face off against is one of the best in the country. So, we certainly got our hands full, week in and week out at that position.
Right. And there were a couple of freshmen who also had big performances today. You went with I think Richie Connell in the second half at attack. What did you see from him, freshman?
Well, Richie came in. He didn't start, but he came in very early and did an outstanding job. He did not play like a freshman. He played very confident. I looked at the stats at halftime. He had 3 goals, and I felt like I didn't want to, couldn't keep him on the sideline, with 3 goals. And I still think, he did all the things he should have done. So it was the right call. The good thing is we've got a lot of, depth. Kevin Todd, who started, we got all the faith in the world in him. And, him and Richie, if those guys are going to split time throughout the year, then, that's what we're going to do. And there's other great players, too, who, didn't have an opportunity. But yeah, he did a good job.
Now that you've seen them in action, are there things that are standing out as strengths or things you might want to fine-tune going forward?
Well, the strength, I do think defense is a strength, to hold a team like that to, as few goals as we did for such a long time, the defense is a strength, no doubt. And that, includes the goalie position. And then, right now, I think we're pretty balanced, to be honest. I think we just need to learn how to win, these types of games, okay? And these types of games, I mean, probably all types of games. We just need to. It's not just as simple as outscoring the opponent. There's things in situational plays that I think we had the opportunity to make that we didn't today. That's what we need to do a better job of right now. But I do like this team. I like our leadership. I like our depth. I feel bad for these guys that we didn't get it done today, and we're going to reflect on that and hopefully get better.
Feeling on the attack as a team, not so personally.
Yeah, no, it felt really good. We came out strong, obviously, and it was good to get the offense moving, kind of settle in. So those 2 quick goals honestly helped us, and then we got another one from Richie, which came fast, so that was really good for us.
And Mitch, your coach just talked a little bit about learning how to win these games and these types of situations. What does that mean for you guys on the field?
Yeah, I think we did a very good job staying composed for the first 3 quarters, and unfortunately we began to shy away from the things that we practiced and that we did for the first 3 quarters. I don't know, it's just practice. We ought to keep level head and just keep playing hard because we shied away from that a little bit, but we'll keep going.
Yeah. What kind of confidence does this game give you, though? Being so close to one of the top 5 teams in the country going forward this season.
To be honest, we don't look at too much about the rankings and whatnot, but playing them so close, they are a great team, as you've seen. But playing them into a close game is really cool for us, and it's going to build a lot of confidence for I think the younger kids and the rising seniors and juniors as well. So I think it's going to be really cool for us and be a good help moving forward.
So just from your perspective inside the team, what do you think internally, what do you need to be thinking about when we have late games like we had today?
I think just make plays, honestly, just stick to what we know. Like I said, we shied away from a little bit of that, but I think if we just stick to what we know and have the confidence in each other and just in yourself individually, I think we'll be very good.
And they obviously keyed on, Ryan Lynchbury today. Yep. He didn't quite get it going scoring, but he certainly still had a lot of the offense move through him. What did you see from him today?
No, he's a great player. Like you said, he didn't have a ton of goals today, but he did have 2 or whatever it was. Yeah. But he has so much contribution to the team. Whatever movement, like in our motion offense, he's kind of the guy we all move through. Listen to him. So even if he's not scoring, he's moving people, dishing it out. So he's great. We need him. Yeah,
and a lot of the offense going from the middies as well, dodging down the side. What did you see from that perspective? You, Gallagher, and Schultz.
Yeah, Tate and Schultz are both very good at kind of making space and creating their own shots, and also if they need to move it behind or move it to someone else. So it's good to have 2 other line mates that can do what they can do, basically.
Gotcha. Did anything change on defense from Maryland in that 4th quarter and overtime that affected you guys at all?
I honestly didn't see anything. It's like I said, we just didn't stick to what we knew. We started just forcing things and tried to do almost too much. So I think if we stick to what we know, we're gonna be really good. But we got to do that first.